Halo 2's Cairo Station is one of the strongest starting missions in the entire franchise, and that's what I want to talk about today, is just what all went into making this mission such a standout in an already phenomenal series. So, for starters, one of the things that I personally really loved about Halo 2 was you got right into the action. There was a very quick recap of, yes, Master Chief, he survived Halo, he made it back to Earth, and now the Covenant are attacking Earth, and you got to immediately defend the station. Plus, we did also get a nice little introduction to the Arbiter prior to all of this. However, we didn't know that he was going to be as involved as what he was. But as soon as you start, Chief says that he needs a weapon, and you got to defend the station. Immediately, as you can see in the gameplay here, first weapon that we're introduced to, one of my personal favorites, the old Halo 2 battle rifle. And on top of that, the SMG, which truthfully I felt was a really good way to start off the mission, because for one, the battle rifle now assumes the role of the Halo 1 Magnum, kind of being your jack of all trades, master of none. And of course, with the SMG, it allows you to experiment with the new mechanic of dual wielding, which, not gonna lie, I'd really like to see us get that again in another future Halo title. I know it probably won't happen for a little bit, but it was a very cool mechanic, and it did make you feel like a badass when you first did it. On top of that, something that a lot of people, including myself, would more than likely agree on was the graphical upgrade to Halo 2 compared to Halo 1 was phenomenal. Now, currently, we do have this in the anniversary graphics just because I think they look beautiful. But if we were to go back to 2004, when you compare it to Halo 1, it's definitely quite a bit of a step up. Also, we did get to see that the Chief is rocking a new set of armor. We are now on the Mark 6, and it's a certified hood classic. In my opinion, probably the best Halo armor that we've ever gotten. I know there are some other armors out there that are fan favorites, but it's that classic Mark 6. It's so sleek, it just looks so beautiful. I love it. It's always something I like to grind towards whenever the option's available in some of the 343 games. But on top of the graphics being updated, the enemies also got a nice overhaul as well. As you can see, let's actually again kind of go back to the old graphics here. Elites, they look so much better, except for that one there. We probably should have looked at him while he was alive. The Marines as well, they no longer look like kind of a knockoff Starship Troopers. They feel like, honestly, an actual military force. Not intelligence-wise, because, yeah, I was improved, but not that much. But anyways, as you saw, you immediately meet up with Johnson, start defending the bulkhead, and then you're just progressing through the mission here, just kind of clearing out the Covenant. You even get to cut some of them off as they're swinging out of their little boarding ship here. We will get to see that again later on. And again, right up front, we know exactly what's going on. Covenants come, they're trying to attack Earth, and we're trying to get that initial victory. Now, the platform that we are on happens to have a Mac cannon, which was one of the few things that did give humanity a little bit of, I don't really want to say an edge, but it did allow us to compete very minorly with the Covenant when it came to space battles. So, of course, the Covenant wanting to knock out the Mac cannons makes total sense before you would try to assault your enemy's home world. And as we got to see right there, we already saw one Mac platform go down out of our little battle cluster of 3. It's the Malta, the Athens, and the Cairo. Of course, there would have been other Mac cannons protecting Earth as well. But at least out of our little cluster so far, there's already been one that's gone. And as we'll see here shortly, there's going to be another one. while he's still alive there. Oh, I guess he doesn't look that bad on the ground. But the enemies definitely looked a lot better. Again, we do get to experiment early on with some of the newer weapons. Even though the Magnum isn't really a new weapon, it was reworked for Halo 2. And unfortunately, does not live up to the legend that was the Halo 1 pistol. Again, so there goes the Athens.
That explosion came from inside the Athens, same as the Malta. The Covenant must have brought something with them. A bomb.
Then they sure as hell brought one here. Chief, find it.
So now we know, more than likely, our station probably also has a bomb on it, which is going to lead to probably one of the best cutscenes in gaming history here in a few moments. But essentially just kind of continue to work our way up through the station here. And sometimes I forget if there's a camo elite that will spawn in here on this difficulty. No. We are only just doing on normal. We can kind of kick back and reminisce a little bit. But Master Guns, fortunately, he gave it his all, but not good enough. But he did leave us a nice little party favorite, the old Halo 2 shotgun. Now, not nearly as good as the Halo 1, but still very viable. It still maintains a 12-round capacity, which is very nice. However, the reload speed was drastically slowed down, and the range of the shotgun was also drastically cut down as well. The Halo 1 shotgun is definitely the best out of the series. However, not the greatest when it comes to balance. So, understandable why they went back and kind of nerfed the shotgun, but I feel that they did a pretty good job of keeping the spirit alive with it. Not sure how he survived, but he did. I will say Halo 2, it's such a phenomenal game. I mean, it was legendary in the multiplayer setting, but the campaign to it as well, it's such a classic. I mean, it's something I can always throw on, and I know I'm going to have a really good time. And I know I've mentioned this before, but because I didn't get Xbox Live until Halo 3 came out, mostly when I wanted to play Halo 2, just constantly replaying through the campaign. Unless I had some friends over, or a family member wanted to do some multiplayer, most of the time I was just kind of living in the campaign. And it was fun too, and I really enjoyed the fact that they brought the Arbiter over. Really helped expand the series greatly. But real quick, as we come in here, we do get introduced to the first of two new enemy types, that of course being the drones, the buggers, the Yanmea. Probably butchered that. They were a welcome addition. Honestly, I thought the fact that they would kind of avoid cover, but they could also fly as well, made them a very interesting enemy to come up against. Also, not gonna lie, I thought we were about to get stuck by a grenade right there. Thankfully, that did not happen. But they were a fun enemy. You know, they didn't have a whole lot of health to them, but they could be annoying, especially in larger groups. Definitely better, though, than the brutes. Unfortunately, I think the brutes were a really cool enemy. I was happy to see something else added. However, it kind of felt more like bullet sponges, at least in Halo 2. And then in Halo 3, they kind of took over for the elites because the Great Schism happened, all that other fun stuff. So I definitely felt the brutes were better in Halo 3. Honestly, though, I think my favorite iteration of the brutes, surprisingly, is Halo Infinite.
discarding the bomb. You may
just
need to get
because
creative.
they have a little bit more culture, a little bit more personality. Also, Craig, shout out to that man. And now that we've made it into the room where the bomb is, let's see here, take a little pause. But we can see that even the AI, the elites, they will also dual wield weapons as well. Which I feel that this is actually one of the few times where we really get to see it. I know on higher difficulties you do get to see it a little bit more. And once we clear it out, we get one of the most memorable cutscenes in the franchise. So, we're gonna add this though into the video because it's just iconic.
How much time was left?
You don't want to know.
Cairo, this is an Amberclad. The carrier shield is down. I'm in position and
Miranda
ready for
Key's
immediate
really
assault.
good character as well. I know I said that when I did a playthrough on Covenant.
Sir, permission to leave the station.
For what purpose, Master Chief?
To give the Covenant back their bomb.
Permission granted.
I feel this was like when Chief was at his peak.
I know what you're thinking, and it's crazy.
So, stay here.
Unfortunately for us both, I like crazy.
Probably one of the trailers that hyped me up the most for a game in my life was the original Halo 2 trailer that came out where it showed, it wasn't even the Chief there with the infamous space pickle,
Just
but
one
very similar. We'll
What
let
did you miss?
him get his one-liner here quick.
I won't.
It was Chief opening up the bay doors. No space pickle though, just the battle rifle. Just shooting himself out of the airlock to go fight the Covenant. And again, kudos to the people that redid the graphics for Halo 2 because they did such a phenomenal job. Stays really true to the spirit of the original. Of course, you know, taking liberty of modern technology to really bring it to life. For a brick, our man flies pretty good. But I mean, what a way to start a game. I mean, you literally take a bomb, jump out of an airlock, put it in a Covenant cruiser, and blow it up all within like the first, if you're skipping the cutscenes, like 20 minutes of the game. Absolutely phenomenal. In my opinion, one of the best starting levels in the franchise. And there's so many other good ones as well. But as always, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.